Hi all, welcome to Sahiti's Corner. Today we are going to learn Class 7, Lesson 3, Nutrition in Organisms. Okay children, let us see what is about nutrition. Taking food from the surroundings into our body is called nutrition. What about the organisms? So what about the nutrition in organisms? Types of nutrition or examples for types of nutrition. Let us see all the topics in this lesson. Here we have a picture, and in that picture let us see, we are taking food by preparing us. And what about animals? Do animals get food by preparing? No, they are depending on other plants or other animals. Whereas coming to plants, yes, see this picture, we are getting many types of nutrition modes are here. The main mode is autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition. What is about autotrophic nutrition? Let us separate the word autotrophic. Auto means self, by themselves. Trophic means nourishment, taking food. So here autotrophic nutrition is making food by themselves by using sunlight and carbon dioxide and water from the surroundings. And whereas coming to heterotrophs, the organisms which are depending on other animals or other organisms come under heterotrophic nutrition. So let us see a table here. Which animal or which plant commands which type of nutrition, you have to select there. And now what is about how can we say that autotrophs can prepare the food by themselves? Let us see, and we have a great example, that means plants and trees. Plants can make food by themselves by the process of photosynthesis. Let us see what is about photosynthesis in detail. And here mango tree, cat, rose plant, mushroom, leech, goat, human beings, which are autotrophs and which are heterotrophs. You have to select them. You have to separate them out. And now green plants, all green plants are autotrophs. And mushrooms, other animals or human beings, we are all heterotrophs. Let us see why green plants come under autotrophs. Green plants are having leaves. Is it or not? In the leaf plant has chloroplast. It's a typical organism which is having chlorophyll in it. Chlorophyll is a green colored pigment which is like hemoglobin in our blood. So the chlorophyll is a green colored pigment which is presenting in the leaf for making autotrophic nutrition. Okay, let us see. There is a comparison between human or in plants. What are the raw materials taken by human beings? Rice and water. And coming to green plants, carbon dioxide and water.
Actually, chloroplast is a weapon for a leaf. Why? Because making photosynthesis. Here is an equation. Just see, CO2, carbon dioxide, H2O, water, in the presence of sunlight. Yes, here the sunlight is. There is the carbon dioxide molecules, and here is H2O molecules, that is water. Plant use these three and change into carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are nothing but glucose, starch, and plus oxygen, which is taken by us, plus water. The extract water it gives outside. This is about photosynthesis which is happening in the plants. Here this is the photosynthesis mechanism in a leaf. Just see. Yes, the plant, the leaves, some plants are in another colors. Some plants leaves has no green color. So Because of that, they have some other pigments like chromoplast or some other, not like chloroplast here. Okay, do they perform photosynthesis? Yes, they perform photosynthesis, but less amount than the green plants. So here we have another activity, that is to prove that photosynthesis is present in the plants whether leaves other than green they perform photosynthesis or not. Red or brown colored leaves, take a dropper, test tube and iodine solution as usual. The color of leaf extract turns blue black. Why? Because it is also doing photosynthesis in the presence of sunlight. So this is the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means taking sunlight, carbon dioxide and water from outside, using chlorophyll from the plant and making carbohydrates. This is the process called photosynthesis. To know the importance of photosynthesis, the presence of the importance of light is must and should. So here we are taking a potted plant which is kept in the sunlight. Then we do the same thing or the same experiment on this plant again, and potted plant kept in the sunlight and kept in the room, dark room. And which leaf turns into blue black color? Yes, the potted plant placed in the sunlight will be only changed into blue black color. Then shall we know about, this is the chloroplast, looks so beautiful and in green color, which why it's having chlorophyll in that. Okay, now let us see water is essential for photosynthesis. That is the experiment you have did in your previous classes. Okay, next coming to the carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide from air is taken in through the tiny pores present on the surface of the leaf. Yes, these are the stomatos. These are the stomatos on the holes of the leaf, surface of the leaf. These holes are acting like as our nose, releasing carbon dioxide or releasing oxygen or releasing water vapor outside and taking carbon dioxide inside. These are the stomato which is present in the layer, on the layer of the leaf. Yes? Okay. Now let us see the heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition is over according to plants, and some plants are having here heterotrophic nutrition. They are insectivorous plants. They are insectivorous plants. Plants taking insects as their food for having here nitrogen. So example for that, Nepenthes, Venus flytrap, Drosera, Dionia. These are the insectivorous plants. Yes, look at the picture. And now let us see about saprophytic nutrition. Saprophytic organisms. Saprophytic means which organisms take food from the dead and decaying matter. The dead matter and the decaying matter. Those are called saprophytes. Yes, here you are seeing mushrooms. Here you are seeing mushrooms. These are the best example for saprophytic nutrition. On the dead matter, they are growing and taking the dead matter into them. They are growing from the dead matter only. Otherwise, if they are not taking the dead matter, otherwise the dead matter will be grown on the earth. It is very dangerous. And now let us see parasitic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition. Have you ever seen parasitic nutrition? That means a dodder plant. A dodder plant? Yes, this is the dodder plant named Telugu in Bangaru Tiga. Yes, This grows on trees and taking the food from the trees. It has no leaves and no variation, no plant variation. So it takes food from other trees. That is parasitic nutrition. That is called a parasitic nutrition. But before knowing to parasitic nutrition, look at the roots of some plants. Yes, see, some plants, those are roots of which family it is. It belongs to legume family, that means dal family. And these dal family in roots has root nodules. In that root nodules, a bacteria fixes nitrogen for the plant, and plant gives the bacteria shelter. This is called symbiosis. This is called symbiosis. Both organisms are getting a profit. And lichens are also there. Lichens means the combination of algae and fungi, and we will learn in detail in further classes. And now going to parasitic nutrition. An organism takes control of other organism into that nutrition is called parasitic nutrition. In this nutrition, a organism takes completely profit and another organism takes completely loss. That's called parasitic nutrition. And now coming to the most important nutrition, holozoic nutrition. What is that? Holozoic nutrition. Holozoic nutrition means we are taking the complete food into our mouth or our body. The steps are there: ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, addition. Ingestion means taking, digestion means digestion, absorption means taking, transfer into blood, assimilation means absorb food, and addition, removal of waste material. Completely I will tell you in detail about this process in this lesson. Okay, let us see about nutrition in amoeba. Do you know amoeba? Amoeba lives in water only. It is a single celled organism. Single cell, the total body made up with single cell. So amoeba has a cell membrane like our cell pouch, mobile pouch. So it has a cell membrane. It rounded, dense, nucleus. Okay, it is taking food ingestion and taking into it digestion and transfers into the cytoplasm like our blood, absorption, assimilation, completely involved in its cytoplasm, and addition, leaves the waste material. This is called addition. This is the process which is taking place in the nutrition of amoeba. This is called holozoic nutrition. And our human also making the food or digested by the food only in the nutrition process called holozoic nutrition. Now let us see digestion in grass eating animals, that means ruminates. Look at the picture. Ruminates. Ruminates means, have you observed cows, buffaloes, grass eating, chewing continuously and take back. They have 4 chambers in their stomach. Rumen, reticulum, omasum and abomasum. And the food, the digested food which is coming back is called cud. That is called cud. And now coming to the most important and most interesting topic, nutrition in human beings. How are we taking food? In the process of holozoic nutrition. What is called holozoic nutrition here? Yes, holozoic nutrition means taking the complete food and take into it and with mouth and enjoy the food and digest the food with digestive glands and assimilate in our body with the help of small intestine and leave the waste material with the help of large intestine, rectum, anus. And this complete process is complete under salivary glands, liver, pancreas. Let us see what are they. Now the first part in our buccal cavity are teeth. We have 4 types of teeth:
molars, premolars, canines, and incisors. Okay, these are the various 4 type of teeth we have. Incisors. What is the number of incisors in your teeth? Let us count. The teeth formula is 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. Again, 2, 1, 2, 3. The teeth formula is 2, 1, 2, 3 in the half part of the jaw. Each jaw, upper jaw, lower jaw, and other side, upper jaw and lower jaw. This is about dental formula of our teeth. And now you have to brush daily or not daily, twice in a day. It's very important for the best health of teeth. And the most the outermost layer of the teeth is enamel. It is very hardest part of our human body. It makes the teeth strong. Okay, let us see the activity. To know the process of tooth decay, marbles dilute hydrochloric acid and test tube. Take some few marbles into a pot and add dilute hydrochloric acid, most dangerous acid. Take care of it, and acid reacts, then the marbles are dissolves. Then we are taking food, chocolates or milk, whatever it may be. In that we have some soft drinks, in that we have acids. So you have to brush your teeth twice a day to slowly the decaying will be not a matter to your teeth. Your teeth will be long last for strong. Okay, let us see. Normally bacteria present in our mouth are not harmful, but you should, when you not cleaning again and again your teeth, then it makes your teeth decay. Okay, let us see the human digestive system. And you have 9 parts: mouth, pharynx, mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, duodenum, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus. Let us see the digestive system of the human. It's looking very great, and we have a very great digestive system. Now let us see mouth. Food is taking into the mouth and it leads into buccal cavity. Buccal cavity, we have tongue, teeth, secretions of salivary glands. We have saliva in the buccal cavity, and carbohydrate digestion starts here, and digestion starts in the buccal cavity. And next pharynx. Pharynx is the tube, and next esophagus. Esophagus is a tube that connects to the stomach. This is the stomach. Stomach is a muscular sac. It made with muscle. So like a structure, food is grinded. Well, it mix with the juices, proteins. Digest starts in the stomach. Hydrochloric acid in the stomach kills the bacterial food. Okay, let us see what about the small intestine is doing. This is large intestine, and this is about small intestine absorbs the nutrients from what we eat and drink. And next, rectum releases the food material, and which is the waste releasing here. And small intestine taking into the blood. Large intestine absorbs the waste material or water or minerals, undigested food, and the rectum is the starting point of undigested food, and anus, fecal material removed through the anus. This is the beautiful digestive system which placed in the human. This is called appendix. Appendix is a waste body part in our human body. Okay, this is about digestive system. And let us see health aspects of digestive system. And now you have to answer these questions with the help of your textbook again. And now digestive issues. When you take junk food or skip the meals or taking high spicy food and also soft drinks will make your digestive system cry. Don't make it cry. If it cries, your digestion will be damaged, and your digestive tract will be damaged with acidity. Acidity makes your digestive tract and getting unhealthy regularly. So please don't have unnecessary medicine, and don't take junk food from outside.
take the homely food regularly and make your body fit with the help of yoga or meditations or vajrasana, and it removes the acidity from your body. Okay, consuming buttermilk, coconut water, eating of herbs such as ajwan, tulsi leaves, sonf, jeera, pudina leaves, cloves, jaggery, these are the best home remedies for acidity. Say to your parents and follow that in your daily food taking or daily habits. Smoking, chewing tobacco, drinking alcohol are just damages to your body. Don't do that again and again. Okay, consuming tobacco products, tobacco particles stick to the teeth, gums and skin of the mouth cavity, which leads to swelling, injury, pain, also causes you damage to your body. Okay, this is about the lesson. Do you like the lesson, children? Yes, listen it again and I will try to myself for giving you a better explanation for the next lesson, and I am giving you notes also. Take it and read what we have learnt again and read the lesson again, get the complete knowledge of the lesson, and it will helps you for the best study in the next classes. Make it sure the complete lesson. Okay, children, this is about the lesson and these are the points. I am giving you questions and answers also here, sorry, only answers here, and take it with your during the photosynthesis dash gas is released. Which gas is released? Photosynthesis, oxygen. The tiny pores present on the surface of the leaf, stomato. Very good. Dash is the outermost layer of the teeth, enamel. Yes. Muscular tubular structure that connects pharynx with the stomach. That is called yes, esophagus. Non-insectivorous plant, dodder. The green color pigment in the leaf, chloroplast. Yes, match the following also you can do easily with the help of your textbook, and these are the questions. I am giving you my ideas, and after that you take your own ideas and make your answers by your own after watching this video. Okay, students, this is the best lesson for 7th class this year. The syllabus is very appreciable and very excellent material you have, and make your own notes. ఈజీగా మీరు ఎగ్జామ్లో రాసేయగలుగుతారు. ఓకే స్టూడెంట్స్, let us meet in our next video.